Da 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 do 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 ba ba ba. Uh-oh. Bum 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 bum. Boy, this looks terrible. This is on Wi-Fi. Um,
Oh, wait,
so yeah, and look how much slower it is too. Yeah. Check, check, check. All right. All right. So I just wanted to test that out and see what it looked like just running off of the Wi-Fi, but yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Definitely not for our Sunday games.
Yeah.
That looks terrible. But that's not what everybody should be actually seeing
No.
out there. That actually looks a little bit better there. But and then we got the circle of death.
Yeah,
too.
like we just wouldn't know what was actually happening.
Did you see my remodeling?
Probably not.
You probably didn't.
I don't believe in remodels.
See, look at this is all expanded. I'm even going to get the cards up over here too. Or at least a lot of them. Maybe even other stuff
Pretty
too.
schmancy back here.
Yeah,
look at the enormous rolls of doom.
Bubble wrap.
It's gonna drop and it's gonna roll, and then you're just gonna have to keep running.
Bubble wrap on tap. Bubble wrap on tap. We're gonna go live in a little less than 3 minutos. Bow, 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 bow. Is that one you got?
Yes, it is. Do not touch it. It's mine. Okay. I already slobbered on it. This guy over here.
Greetings, Diceaholic. See, it looks a lot nicer now. Looks fine to me. Of course, I'm on my phone, so it's all tiny. Howdy, Bob. Howdy, Neil. Howdy, D-Dub. Howdy, Jim. Well, Jim's actually on here if he went to the. Oh, you know what? We don't have our on air sign on. I guess it's all right because we're not officially on air yet.
We should be.
Bow, 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 bow. A little less than 2 minutos. Let's see, I don't have. What scenario do you want to play this Sunday?
I don't know. Something nice.
Something nice?
Yeah. It's St. Patrick's Day. Does that matter to anyone?
Oh.
Well,
let's see, there's the spinning wheel.
That's why I don't give you these.
I know.
And yet you do. That's disgusting.
Well,
nobody is chiming in to hear. Welcome.
You make me drink the bubbles stuff.
I didn't.
You make me drink it. What am I supposed to do with the bubbles? Get to Del Taco before they close.
That's the game we should play.
Oh. So, I really wanted to go to Del Rancho, which we could still, do the push for Del Rancho.
We could. But you'd either have to continue to drive another hour to Tahlequah,
which feels excessive,
or we drive an hour to Oklahoma City.
I don't know. All right. Well, did you find someplace that you wanted to go on tomorrow night? We're going to travel over to Tulsa tomorrow is the plan anyway. So, hola from El Chuco. Are you still in New Mexico?
For a second. I really thought it said El Chico. And I
I
was like,
know.
oh,
Hello
I missed the
oh.
1990s El
You know,
Chico.
they had a pretty nice spinach enchilada. I used to get the spinach enchilada at El Chico.
No food
But then they
made a
went kind
difference
of, they kind of went
except for the
downhill
red
after
sauce,
that.
white sauce that they would bring you when you first came in.
I know.
That's the only reason I would ever go anywhere.
I know. I don't see my glasses over here. Clint's on here. Howdy. We got Adam on here. When I lived in Italy, right, Taco Bell, McDonald's. Back it down in El Paso. Del Taco sounds like a winner.
Down in the West Texas town of Del Taco.
I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
Classic.
Marty Robbins. It's 8:01, and that means I should have already said, hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy. They closed all the Del Tacos where I live. Really sad. Oh.
We don't have a Del Taco.
We do not have a Del Taco. I think I saw one recently somewhere, but yeah, we don't have a Del Taco.
Yeah, probably when we were traveling.
But it's not like we don't have a Mexican restaurant on every street corner in Perilous Island,
Sometimes
Oklahoma.
several.
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Mexican restaurant in this town. They are everywhere, and it's. Some say there's a mafia involved because they almost all have, I think they all report to the same Mama Tita. I think Mama Tita rules the Mexican restaurant mafia with an iron oven mitt.
And continues to hold her power in a tiny lot restaurant.
They all answer to Mama Tita. And all of her
minions.
They all answer to Mama Tita.
But they know.
Yeah.
You don't cross Mama Tita.
You don't cross Mama Tita. No. No, sir. No, sir. That's going to get you in trouble. So I thought maybe I might do a poll for this. Maybe not. But I was thinking about, like, doing another little, relatively small card project. So I was wondering, do we want to do another card project that's like character cards? Because we've talked about doing the Exogenesis kind of retro sci-fi looking characters from Bob Birch has that Exogenesis line. So I thought maybe that would be cool to do a character deck for that. Or what about maybe doing an Old West? Because Bob also has some Old West figures. So maybe we could do like a deck of Old West characters. That would be fun too. Can you get your
glasses?
I don't know where they're at. I can just go stand up there.
Don't. They're probably in the back room.
You think they're back here?
Well, that's where you were meandering when you were doing your work.
I think they're hanging up next door. Because...
Okay.
I think when I went somewhere, where did I go today?
You took Joey to school. You
posted? Did I drive? I drove for that.
You drove.
I drove for that. So yeah, and I had to use my car glasses because I didn't have my other glasses, so I had to use the glasses in the car. Taco Bell and Del Taco
are their own class of food, and it isn't Mexican.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Like a telephone pole. And Taco Bell. Okay. No. So, yeah, we have a lot of Mexican restaurants in this town.
Some are good.
I want to try. It's, we have several like within spitting distance of here. We gotta try.
Where do you spit?
Well, I spit on stuff a lot. I spit.
I didn't say how much do you spit. I said how far do you spit?
Well, Depends on whether or not I have a watermelon seed. Or buy multiple pairs of different colors and assign colors to rooms. What?
He's talking about your glasses, how you can never find them. And he said put an apple tracker on the glasses or have multiple pairs designated to a certain spot. However, I will say color coding would never work for him because eventually all of them would congregate as glasses are wont to do in a spot that probably isn't even a color-coded room in the first place. What he needs is one of those chain things like the grandmas wear.
Oh, I have something like that.
He can just take down.
That's not. That's not it. It's still the same thing. It's not a chain thing, but it's still,
That's what you need.
Well, so I could wear this. Why do I need to get a chain thing when I already have one of these? Lady.
First of all, attach it to your actual glasses, and then we can have a conversation. Until then, you're just being frivolously silly.
Ooh, that doesn't work. That did not work. So, would you guys like some new character cards? Would that be worth doing? Or would you rather have the new asset card decks? Because we stopped printing the asset cards maybe a couple of years ago, actually, at this point. So, that's one of the decks that we would like to do, and that's actually 2 or 3 different decks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do like contacts and backups and maybe tips in one, and then the other deck is gear and gadgets, and then the third deck would be the Dominion stuff, the weird assets. So probably 3 different decks. Is there any interest in us, putting
Marty
together?
said I've been interested in new asset cards for a while.
Okay. All right.
I have a Kevin also saying assets.
Okay.
Assets.
So now I'm gonna throw another one in there because I have more. I got more.
I got 2.
What about more vehicle cards? Does anybody use vehicles? Of those 2, which would you rather have? But Old West, you're hitting close to my heart. There you go. So, assets or vehicle cards. I kind of feel, I don't know what y'all use more. So I guess that would kind of...
We don't really use vehicle cards a whole lot. I mean, we do when we do it, but we don't do a ton of vehicles. Maybe.
Well, I don't like to do them a lot during the live games.
Right, that's what I meant.
But we might start. I almost thought about using vehicles in this scenario here when we played this and say that you could get in the vehicles and drive them around. That would be kind of interesting. Also, I'd like to redo. So right now we have a bunch of booster packs that all kind of fall into the Fortune deck. Mm-hmm. And none of them have really been updated for 2nd edition. So I was thinking that it would be nice to update those and combine some of them and take the best ones out of the different packs. And here I'm talking about Shadow Legacy and Pact of the Agonali and Secret Charter, and then the 4 Phantom Agents packs. So taking some of the good stuff out of theirs and kind of combining it down into possibly 2 different booster packs that can be added into the Fortune deck. And I know right now that new players get confused by all those packs, and if there were just 2 Fortune boosters, you could say, well, those you add into your booster deck. Maybe that would help. Plus, some of those cards do need to be updated for 2nd edition, and I'd like to add a few new ones and take some out, and yada yada yada. Anyway, so there's the Fortune booster packs idea. And then, so of those ideas of new character cards, new vehicle cards, new asset cards, new Fortune cards, so there's 4 different possible things that we could try and knock out. And the thing is that all of those have been worked on. So it's just more a question of which one of those projects I could probably wrap them up over spring break, while the kids are away in boarding school. That's what I was trying to think of. While the children are packed off to military school.
I don't think they do well there. I think June would overthrow it.
That's what every parent says about military
I
school.
know it's June.
Why? Well, she's got to start somewhere.
That's true. If you're going to be a dictator, the first step is taking over a military academy.
So, of those four, and then I also want to remind you all that, and this is exciting. This is exciting news. Scenario of the month number 51 is...
Woo!
Is it 51? Is it 50?
I don't know.
Or is it 52? Whatever it is. Whatever the March is. 49? 49, 50, 51. This would be 51, I'm pretty sure, is March.
We're saying
Scenario
it is.
of the month number 51. The title of it is REO Speedwagon versus the dinosaur. REO Speedwagon versus the dinosaur. So, take it for what it is. That is the title of the Scenario of the month number 51. That will be shipping off in a few days, probably around the 15th to the 16th of the month. Bessy will make the final edits on it and send it out to the subscribers. So if y'all, asset cards would be fun too. Tosses, greenbacks. How about new cardboard cards? Okay. I'll always pick up new fortune cards. Gotta feed the monster deck. I know, yours is huge. Rutherford B. Hayes. Gonna be awesome as a new player. Okay. Are you talking about the fortune boosters, thinning it down to just 2 add-ons? The other thing that I was thinking about, the reason why I wanted to just cut it down to 2 add-ons, because right now, we don't really use any of the expansions. So when we play our live games on Sunday, and this is important for new players to know, is that we don't use any of the expansions. When we play the solo games, which you once a month, we do a solo game, we only use the basic deck. Now, when we're just playing for fun, we'll throw the other decks in there, but we want you to understand and to clearly know that the other stuff, you don't need that to start playing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the fortune deck. You know, when we originally released the very first fortune deck, gosh, we played with that thing for 2 years probably before we even, added any cards into it. So it's easy to play. When we play on Sundays, we basically play with the straight decks. That's because oftentimes we have folks playing remotely, and we want them to be able to look at the same cards that we're using, so they know, well, they're using the fortune deck. And then I think it would be a little bit easier if we said, well, this is the fortune deck plus, one of these, bonus packs. And then it would be easy, to still kind of expand it a little bit and still have some other fun stuff in there.
And looking at the website, it's easy to be like, oh, that's a fortune deck booster.
Yep.
Got it. No.
Fortune deck booster.
What is poo?
What is Pact of the Ogonali? Stop saying poo. They don't log on.
That's what we call it. They do too.
They don't join up on.
Just so you know, if you order the Pact of the Ogonali, we will say, poo.
Poo. So
1 poo, a secret charter.
1 poo.
I don't think the other 2 are as fun.
Secret Charter and Shadow Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing's as fun as poo. Poo's right up there with the fun.
Well, I think I say charter, poo, and leg is in my head.
Yeah. Is it worth doing a poll? Is that something that you guys would like to kind of see, worked out a little bit? So new character cards, new asset cards, new vehicle cards fortune boosters. So let us know what you guys think. Yes, the fortune booster, considering. Good, good, good. Now, I'd also say this, and it's not on this list, but eventually we are going to do a second edition version of the solo deck, possibly even a second edition version of the horror deck. Now, those are not pressing items because they still work anyway. There are very few things, if you play through and use the solo deck, there are very few things that are going to make you scratch your head and go, what does that mean? You know, based on the second edition rules. There's still a few things in there, but 99% of it
and
still
they
works.
were made later into the thing, so I think we already had our ideas of second edition, what that was going to entail.
Right. And same way with the horror deck.
Yeah.
You know, eventually I would like to update both of those to real second edition decks. So from that point of view, those of you that do play solo regularly and you think that there are some things that you'd like to see differently in the solo deck, it would be a great opportunity to kind of, you know, shout out and say, hey, how about a card that does this in the solo deck and stuff like that. Kevin says 1 assets, 2 characters, especially Old West, 3 vehicles, 4 fortune. Very good. Assets. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for sounding in. March number equals 51. You are correct, I believe. You should number the scenarios of the month. You see, you Bob, we're not going to do that. You should stop recommending that because it's not going to happen. And the reason is because we basically already have our naming convention and we just kind of stick to it. The only thing that bothers me, it actually bothers me that the China Station scenarios are not actually numbered in the same way as the rest of them. But it helps us
trying to get crafty.
It helps us kind of keep track of where we're at, you know, and as we keep our log of them. And there's nothing wrong with your naming convention. I think it's a really good naming convention. If you'd have mentioned that, you know,
8 years ago,
8 years
we could
ago,
have had a conversation about it.
Right. But now, probably not going to go back and change it, especially on the 3rd or 4th month of the deal.
You never know, though. Sometimes he gets a wild hair in his...
Or riding even. What? What's he saying? Riding the storm out. Ario Speedwagon versus the dinosaur. I hope you guys are going to love it. Yes, the fortune boost. Okay. Always ask for Sunday player.
Can we get a screen cover on the TV that stops the glare?
I don't understand the question.
Like,
What glare are you talking about?
The ginormous glare that's over the, chat.
Oh, okay. I don't really see it from over here. See, come look from over here.
No, I don't need to move.
I don't have the big enormous glare that you do. Yeah. Well, the part of it might be this one. Is it this light that's doing it?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then I don't know. Hi everybody. Thank you for stopping in. This is high end.
Professional.
Numbering the scenarios that way you make it easy to know when they came out. Very good. Yep, it would, because I actually get a little bit confused on that. But once again, I agree with you 100%. Still not going to change it because we already have a numbering convention, and we're not going to, you know, change horses in the middle of the stream. When you roll with the change it. He needs to sit on Dave's lap. Yes, I agree. Yay, live stream. Yay, Bryn. Thank you so much for joining. I see what you did there, Kevin. Yay, Ario Speedwagon. Ario Speedwagon versus the dinosaur. I feel like it's a Scooby-Doo episode.
I was going to say.
I feel like we should do a Sonny and Cher and the vampire.
We have been watching a little too much, probably, of the Scooby-Doo movies from the 70s.
Because that's...
Sonny and Cher was the best episode
Oh,
ever.
the Don Knotts episode. That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
Sonny...
Ugh, so good.
Okay. So, if you haven't already signed up for the Scenario of the Month series, you ought to get signed up. It's ready to go. Let us know on this stuff. I might do a Robert Edward O. Speedwagon. Oh, okay. We old folks get it. Yes, indeed. I think you have to be even older. Oreo and the Speedwagon races.
The dinosaur sounds awesome.
Awesome. Batman and Robin was the best.
Okay, that's true.
Batman and Robin.
But in my childhood, the Sonny and Cher episode was...
I think the Sonny and Cher is pretty good. It's so weird. It is so weird.
But it also had sharks. So
that was a weird episode. I'd say probably of that group, the Harlem Globetrotters. Would be up there on my list. I've played the first two 2020 multiple times. They're both winners. Great jobs. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you so much. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this next one because you get to have a dinosaur and Oreo Speedwagon. So
we'll probably send it out on Saturday, right?
Probably. Scenario 51 will probably go out Friday or Saturday, maybe Sunday, depending on if there's too many other changes that we have to do. So we'll go from there. And I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Is this St. Patrick's Day or something? We should have worn green. Why didn't we wear green? Oh, it's not green yet?
No, not yet.
When is it?
Sometime in the next 4 or 5 days.
Oh, I can't keep track. Of all this. Dinosaur equals
Monday.
Fun. Aww. Oh, I used the January scenario to test some homemade magic rules. So the reason the magic system or the magic deck was not on here is because that's still a work in progress that I'm working on as well. And
these should be a little bit of a shorter turnaround time.
Yeah, there's still play testing that I want to do.
I love you playing it though. That's fun.
With that, what did you say?
I love that he was testing homemade magic.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, I guess that's it for tonight then. Bessy, play us out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure and hit the like button. Get subscribed to our little channel if you're not already a subscriber. And we'll see you next time. There's going to be a live game on Sunday. Be sure and join us on Sunday for the live game. And that was it. That's